Alright, we're going to put together the first clamp. I highly recommend you getting somebody to help you with this. You can do it on your own, but trust me, it'll be a lot easier if you have somebody to help you just hold some items and stuff. Now what we decided to do here for the first clamp, this is where these are the ends where the module is going to be. We're going to separate this in two. So with this particular rack, I have 7 cables on this side, you have 6 on that side, so I want you to just put those cables down. We're going to do one half at a time, because the holes to fish out the wires, this hole's not big enough for all 13 cables. And this is the only location where we're going to be fishing out 13 cables, so you have to do half on that end, half on the other. So basically what you want to do is, remember what I said about having it aligned so it's slightly up, because this is an outer post. It's slightly going up that way. We're going to put this on. Now the key is just getting the cables in there and bring them through here and up the little hole here. So this is why it's important to have a second person. See that? We just slid it right through. You now have 6 cables going through the first clamp. What you want to do is give yourself enough slack on this first run here, because you're going to need slack for the module. We're good, we're locked. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a drum lug. Actually, we should probably do the outer one first. Just get it so it's tightened so it won't fall apart. Yeah, let me get it in there. Screw it a couple times, it's loose, but this thing is not coming apart now. You can probably do the other two as well. Just give it a couple turns. One more. I have all 3 in there. Now just be careful when you're flying the wires through and you're tightening it, don't cut into the wire. Make sure when your points where it's going to clamp, it's free. We can move the wire. See how we can move it up and down? You're golden. All right, we're still a little loose here, so let's hold on to this. Now I'm going to take the second loom and run it down the bottom end. Now we already tightened all 3, but you can probably get a couple cables through here at a time. Actually, no, you're not. So let's take this bottom one off. See, this is why it's sometimes a little trial and error, but that's okay. Open it up slightly. That's okay if that drops. Don't worry about that. I'll pick that up in a second. Get this through. Remember what I said about giving yourself enough slack at the beginning? You don't want to put together your rack and then find out you don't have enough slack that these cables don't reach the module. That would not be a good thing. That means everything you did, you're just going to have to start over. Tighten it up. Cable's good. Hold on to this. Get your drum key. Now you tighten it nice. Please don't tighten these too tight until you know everything is good. Get it so that, get it so it's not going to, so the clamp is not going to move on the vertical bar. That's where you want to get. So definitely tighten this one up good. And get the other 2. You're good. There you go. You just did your first bar. So basically, this is where we stand so far. Alright, there we go. Alright, a couple things we did in the meantime here is, since we got our module wires here, I just put a little wire tie here so you stay out of the way. And also what I did was I tried to get this as untangled as I can. It's going to be a bit of a... That's why you want to have 2 people helping with this. Alright, we take the pipe that we had here. We got to get all these cables through this pipe. This is going to be the most difficult one because this is the only bar that's going to have all 13 pipes flowing through it. So you do is you hold it out. You want to start with the longest cables first. Right here. Put 1 in, 2 in. Now this is going to take time. I'm probably going to stop the video at some point. We'll see how quickly I can do this. But the key here is just to get all the wires in through this pipe. We got 4 in. Sometimes if you're having trouble, just put 2 in. Pull 2 of the wires back, even though you have 4 here, and that'll help get the other ones through. Get 1. One's caught in the little hole here. just slide. They'll just slide out. 3. And here's the 4th one. You have to go through that little tiny clamp hole there. 4. All right, we got 4 so far. All 4 out now. Now we find the next longest one. We want you back up so we get it. So it's nice and long here, okay? Because I got to see which one goes in next. All right, we have a female that goes in next. Throw that in there. Looks like we have another female. Let's get that in there. Another female. This is from an SV kit that had 3 aux ports. Okay, we have the high, like hi-hat cable. Get that in. And we bring it down. And these are really actually coming and sliding through pretty nicely. I gotta say, I haven't been fighting with me yet. Sometimes they get stuck in there, and then you have to like pull a little bit out, pull it back in. But the goal here is just to get all the cables through into the pipes. All right, we got almost all of them except for 2. Now I'm just grabbing the whole snake. I'm just pushing down. See how they're all coming out? Beautiful. We got a little bit of a knot issue here happening, but that's okay. As long as we get everything through, we'll be fine. Shorty cable. This is Tom 1, obviously a short cable. And this should be Crash 1. Yes, it is. Another short cable. That's it, whole cables, right? Come through. Look how easy that is. And this is the most difficult loom of them all. All your cables are through. Beautiful. Now what we do is you have slack here. You got to find that cable out of these 13. That might take a little bit of time. Oh, there it is. I got it. So we get everything. We're pulling everything evenly. That's it. We just get everything through anyway. All right. Yeah. See. So we got a little bit of slack there. So I got to clean that up. Oh, there's one right here. Nope. 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 There's another one. Nope. 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 There we go. Okay, we're good. Beautiful. And just hold that here, hold the pipe. I'm just going to untangle this just a little bit. Again, you want to keep it nice. You want to try to keep it nice and neat, because knots are just going to lead to headaches. We don't want to have headaches. Here. Beautiful. All right, we pretty much ran our wires first through. Now, I remember I said earlier, you want to make sure you have enough slack for the module, because this is going to be your last chance to be able to pull wires and get your slack for the module set up. So pretend you have a nice big TD12 here or a TD20, and you're going to look at this. I'm kind of not happy with it. This looks a little short. I don't think this is going to be enough slack. Even me doing it, I don't think this is going to be enough slack. Well, since we don't have the rack put together yet, we can fix that. So we can slowly start pulling some of these wires through. See, they just pull real nicely. Because this clamp is tight, so you're just sliding these right through. Some of these might be a little more difficult to pull, but that's okay. You just get them right through. Make sure they're all about the same length. I mean, if they're a little off, it's okay. It's not going to be the end of the world. Bottom one, same thing. I mean, I'm not even giving a lot of pressure. These are just sliding nice and easy. You don't want to yank it, because you don't want to strip the wire. Do it right, you got nothing to worry about. These, especially these two, these are very short. Definitely wouldn't be adequate. All right, now let's take a look. There's one wire that still needs to be pulled. wanting it slack now. Now we're good. This is definitely adequate for any module Roland makes. Pretty much the way it's going to look is you probably put a twist tie there, and you have all your cables there. Probably I could have pulled these a little bit more, but you know, you can be the judge on how you want to do this.